This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, welcome everyone. I want to share with you an incredible vart that the Chida speaks about in two Mekayimos, in the Pnei David on Bereshis Perek Yotes, also in his Sefer Dvar Machadim Drush Yud Beis. He quotes something from the newly published Yaros Dvash. So it's just an amazing thing that here you have the Chida. The Chida is bringing down that the Yaros Dvash of Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz was just published. Chida quotes what he considers a Medrash Pliya. The Medrash Pliya says, "Vayhi Era Vayhi Voiker Yom Echad." On the pasuk, and it was evening and it was morning, one day, says a Medrash Pliya, which the Chida says that this Medrash Pliya is brought in the Sefer Katan Karban Aron of Rav Muati, and says the Chida, the Medrash Pliya says like this: "Ayer vayivoker yom echad mikan sheRosh Hashana shnei yamim." This is a proof that Rosh Hashana is 2 days. What does that mean? What is the Medrash saying that because the pasuk says "Ayer vayivoker yom echad," that proves that Rosh Hashana is 2 days? Well, the Chida brings a fantastic comment of Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz. We all know that the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah are considered kiyoma arichta, like one long day. We discussed it Wednesday night, the Gemara in Beya, Dalet Amud Beis, that even though nowadays we're proficient with the calendar, and really therefore Rosh Hashanah should be one day, nevertheless the Chachamim were masakein 2 days, as a chayk kavua. Rashi says it's like one long day. The Mishnah Berurah explains really that means it's one kedusha, it's kedusha achas. Why? What's the machshava behind the fact that Rosh Hashanah is one long day? Well, actually on Wednesday we said one pshat from Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz. Here in what the Chida calls the newly published Yaros Dvash Chelek Aleph Drush Yud Aleph, Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz says an incredible thing. Look in the Medrash Shocher Tov on Mizbar Tzadi Beis that Shabbos Bereshis, the first Shabbos of creation, the sun did not set Friday night. There was no darkness that Shabbos. The first darkness then was Matzoi Shabbos. So it comes out then that it was a 2-day period. So for instance, Thursday night you had Vahi Erev. Friday morning was Vahi Voiker, which was the first day of creation. That was the first Rosh Hashanah in history. The day that Adam HaRishon was created. Adam HaRishon was created on Rosh Hashanah on that Friday. That day, it was morning that day, and then that night would have been Beis Tishrei. That night, which would have been Beis Tishrei, the sun didn't set. So it was basically one continuous day. Says Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz, the reason why Rosh Hashanah is Kiyoma Arichta is because the very first Rosh Hashanah in history, the sun didn't set. So it was really one long day. The Shabbos Bereshis, in other words, Friday and Shabbos, Aleph Tishrei, Beis Tishrei, was one long day. Says the Chida, it comes out like this. And the Chida explains more clearly in the Dvar Machadim, Drush Yud Beis. We know it says Vayhi Era Vayhi Voiker by the first day of creation through the 6th day. But Shabbos it doesn't say Vayhi Era Vayhi Voiker. Why not? Because Shabbos it wasn't Vayhi Era Vayhi Voiker. Shabbos was just Kulayar. So how do we know Vayhi Era Vayhi Voiker Yom Echad is a Mikan Rosh Hashana Shnei Yamim? Meaning like this. How do we know Rosh Hashanah is one long day? You know how we know Rosh Hashanah is one long day? Because the first day of creation was Vahi Erev Vahi Voiker. And it wasn't Vahi Erev Vahi Voiker on Rosh Hashanah. Why? That indicates that Rosh Hashanah is Kiyoma Arichta, an incredible pshat of the Chida based on the newly published Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz. Okay, wishing everyone a Ksibach Sima Tova and a Gebench Diyar.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.